30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros.
Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one.
Not a day of my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day of my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 280!
54 miles. Come on, baby.
Listen!
What you got? Shoot!
Kill! 357.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. I got
Bravo!
you. I got you.
It's a touch!
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. 180. Let's find 7.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Wentz now on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
74.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will take over at the 20.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here we go. Ready?
Check. Watch 54. Watch the slam. Check 3.
1, Omaha.
54. Mike 54.
General West.
Watch that.
And
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
here we go.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
12, fellas. Here we go.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And this is caught by Evans. They find some open field here. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down, McKinnon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
We got this.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And the 49er first down.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Block 54, block 54.
21, 21. Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. And it's caught. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Eagles nothing. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54.
Throwing now is Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They run on first down as they get about 3, 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 56, Mike 56. You can't block me.
Throwing his Wentz. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Win 5-3, win 5-3.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long...
Two. Hey, box truck.
54. I'm here all day.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Malik Jackson, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Garoppolo. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. I took your advice from a bit earlier, tried the screen, but that one, it was covered up pretty well.
They did a nice job on it, but I still think it was the right idea. Probably just a block or two away from making it work.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch QB drop.
Go.
Right there. 54 Mike.
I don't think you got it, son.
Mike's 5-4.
Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Done. Great finish, done.
On first down, Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Run.
And that QB's trash. Let's go. Check.
Shotgun now for Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got you. 56 to Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 39.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
I got one. Right there. 54.
To throw is Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49ers.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Taylor. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Wentz. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down, Taylor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Silver.
A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you. Say alpha.
Mike, 53, Mike.
It's coming this way. Here we go. Check 24. Check. Fresno.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Hey, Delta.
On first down, Garoppolo. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. A gain of 6 there on first.
Right there.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 49-yard line.
Here we go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got, Heavy?
Toss play to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. 180!
Right there, 54 Mike.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Jump.
On second down, McKinnon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
180! Go ahead.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He's got Evans. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They call that a loss of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down now. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey, John.
3rd and short, McKinnon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They go to the ground again with Taylor.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, Charlie. Double dog, that's the way. Check 13.
The other side, solid.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready?
Get that quarterback.
I got you. 21.
Hey, Irvin. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Now watch one. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Black. Go ahead.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's our time, guys.
Wentz. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
Mike 5-4.
Wentz now on 1st down. He'll hit Jackson complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's Wentz to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing is Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
They run once more with McKinnon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taylor now returning it. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Here we go. Waiting.
Right there. 56.
Forward, Tokyo.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Hey, Haywood.
56. Mike's 56.
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Yeah. You don't want none.
81, 81.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Pick it up.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Hey, exit. Come here.
Not today, you are. Not today.
No.
Wentz to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike 29.
To throw is Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Wentz going to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a one-score game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Here we go. 180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Don't get nervous.
Hey, gun. Bring it.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Hey, alert 3.
They run the counter. McKinnon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Ready?
Garoppolo to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fletcher Cox coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Third and long.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
11.
To throw is Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So the victory here for San Francisco, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural,
yeah,
but
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Niners, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they dipped to 2-5 now with the